So why is college so expensive? Today we're going to talk about what colleges here in California cost. I am Uncle Skip, where I discuss everything college related, everything from how to choose your career and how to choose your major in college, and most importantly, how to pick the college of your dreams, as well as, for you parents, how to fund college. What about the high cost of college? Now remember, I talk about college in terms of their costs, so let's do it this way. I think about college in four different categories by cost, and this is, of course, university stuff. So the least expensive university system in California, and you know this probably, is the Cal State University system, which there's 20 some colleges throughout the country, or throughout California. And I tell our families, be thinking in terms of about 25 to $30,000 a year for the full cost of college. I'm going to define that in just a minute. I'll give you an overview right now. Full cost of college is called the cost of attendance, is everything for 1 year at college. So 25 to 30,000 is books, tuition, room and board, other fees. Okay, so it includes all those things. So state colleges, 25 to $30,000. Now, if you are of the mindset of going to a Cal State, living at home and not living on campus, I tell our families, be thinking in terms of about $12,000 a year. Okay. Now the next category by cost is going to be the UC system, University of California system, a very, very popular system throughout our country. People come from all over the country and virtually all over the world to go to the UC system. So I tell our families today to be thinking in terms of $35,000, $40,000 a year, going up every year a little bit. And that would be the University of California system. Now, the next category I talk about is out-of-state colleges. All right. Out-of-state state schools are virtually on par with how much our state colleges cost, with one exception. Their tuition is usually approximately 3 to 4 times higher than our tuition. Books are the same, room and board's about the same, all those things are, but the tuition will be 3 to 4 times as high, with some notable exceptions, which I can't go into now. There are some cross-border deals going on where it's not so much, but the reason that it is more expensive, and your kids are going to come to you and say, hey, I really want to go out of state. I don't want to be in California. Well, you start thinking 3 times the tuition. And the reason for that is that state schools, both in California and outside of California, are partially funded by taxes. Your taxes. You don't pay taxes out of state. Therefore, you pay higher tuitions to go to college out of state. It's a fact. Okay. Now, the final category I talk about, of course, is the privates, the private schools. Private schools are running on average $70,000 to $80,000 a year this year, going up every single year. So if you think about that, that's expensive. I don't care how much money you make, that's expensive, right? You think about it, that's like, I don't know, buying a house, paying for it in 4 years, and then having a house when you're done. It's like buying a Lexus in your driveway, top of the line Lexus in your driveway every single year for 4 years and not having a car when it's over. It's expensive. But just know this, the price isn't always the price. Paying for college is a lot like riding on an airplane. You know, when you ride on an airplane, everybody on that plane paid a different price to ride, depending on when they bought their ticket, what credit card did they use, et cetera, et cetera. College is the same way, if you know how to play the game. So this is the definition of cost of attendance. Every school publishes their cost of attendance, and it's all things for 1 year at any given college, including tuition, books, room and board, other fees, etc. So think about it. That means in 4 years, college can cost you anywhere from $50,000 to $250,000, depending on what route you decide to take. That's a bunch of money. And one of the mistakes that I see people make when they come to me is they're focused on their first child. And I say, okay, so how are you going to pay for Janie to go to school? Oh, we've saved enough to do 1 year at college, and then we'll figure it out after that. Well, what about Johnny and Joni? Have you thought about them yet? My point being, you cannot isolate and say, I'm just going to take care of my first child. When you put together a plan to pay for college, you must include how much college is going to cost for each of your college-bound students, and where the money's going to come from every semester for all those years of college. That would be a good financial plan to pay for college. This says that the sticker price is lower on a state college than it is a private school, basically. If you found this video to be helpful, please give me a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to our channel by pressing the red subscribe button. If you have any topics you'd like me to cover, please let me know in the comments section below. There you will also find our website and contact information. See you again soon on College Planning with Uncle Skip.